Hello there. It's the American Heart Association here, and I'm so excited to be bringing you something fun and special today. It's the American Heart Challenge 10-day virtual program designed to kick cabin fever to the curb. Over the next 10 days and beyond, we are challenging you to stay happy, healthy, and active. Today we're going to learn about the American Heart Challenge event at your school, and you're going to learn more about the mission of the American Heart Association and why our work is more important now than ever. Are you ready? Today is the official launch of our virtual American Heart Challenge, and we're going to show up strong against heart disease and stroke and help make this world a healthier place to live. First, I want to show you a quick video of a family who's been touched by heart disease. You see, it's not just something that affects your grandparents, aunts, and uncles, but heart disease and stroke can affect someone of any age, including babies.
Laney was born on April 18th, 2016, but after that first week, things with Laney seemed off. I'd never heard a baby's cry that sounded like what was beginning at that point.
That's when we called our friend Ben, who's an emergency room doctor. He said, "Man, something's wrong. You need to get her somewhere right now."
Everything flew from that point.
I was one of the first emergency medical services responders. What I saw was the sickest infant I've ever seen in my 34-year career.
I called my dad at one point. I said, "We're probably going to be home in an hour or so, and I don't think I can tell Mom that Laney died." I had started to process how we were going to function with losing the baby at 7 days old.
It was absolutely terrifying. I've never been more scared in my whole life. And about 4 in the morning is when Dr. Hartkey came in and gave us the diagnosis. And she said, "There's a few things wrong with your baby's heart. But before I start, I just want you to know that all of the things are fixable." After the very long and risky surgery, they sent us home. We were discharged on May 16th. We took her home for good that time.
I've never seen an infant that critically ill survive.
Today, Laney's doing really well.
She is fixed. She's a normal, crazy, hair on fire 3-year-old. Donating to the American Heart Association funds research. Without research, we can't have evidence-based medicine, and without that, we don't have the clinical practice standards that we have, which is what helped us take care of Laney.
And that's why donating to the American Heart Association is so important.
Now, a little about the American Heart Association. Our mission, to be a relentless force for a world of healthier, longer lives, is more important than ever. Millions of people are counting on us for science-based information, health resources, community programs, and patient support. We are continuing our mission-critical work in these challenging times, and we know that people with cardiovascular diseases, babies like Laney, are more likely to be seriously impacted by this virus than others. I want to tell you a little more about who we are and what we do each and every day. We fund research for doctors and scientists. We fight for stronger policies and laws to make our community a healthier place to live, and we provide tools and information to help people be healthier. Have you ever received CPR training? That's the American Heart Association. We set the world standards and guidelines for CPR. Or, have you ever noticed the heart check mark on foods at the grocery store? That's us too. That heart helps to guide you to make a healthier choice. These are just a few examples of how the American Heart Association is making a difference. Raising money to fund research is a cornerstone of the American Heart Association's life-saving mission. We measure our success by the number of lives saved. Now, let's talk about taking care of our heart. The first thing we can do to stay happy and healthy is to get 60 minutes of physical activity per day, which is especially important when you're at home and maybe out of your routine or without sports. There are a lot of benefits to being active. One of the most important right now may be reducing anxiety and stress. As part of the 10-day challenge, you are going to receive daily activities to help you move more, as well as challenge you to eat healthy, practice mindfulness, and help others. Here's a sneak peek at our 10-day challenge that will be sent to your email each day. They include activities like dancing, learning about your heart, and heart-healthy recipes that you can try out. Here's what these fun challenges will look like when they hit your inbox each day. You can share your daily challenge on social media like TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Don't forget to tag us. Now, I'm going to share how you can help and make an impact for babies like Laney. Let's get started. The first thing I want you to do is to download the app on your phone by searching American Heart Challenge in the App Store or Google Play Store. If you don't have your phone, go ahead and go grab it. If you haven't registered already, go ahead and do that now. I'll walk you through how to do that. After you click register, type in your school name into the box. Once you find it, click the red sign up button underneath it. If this is your first year participating, choose No, I'm new. If you participated online last year, choose Yes, log in. You're going to continue through the registration process by entering some basic information. Now you'll need your username and password later, so you may want to write it down. As you register and fill in your information, one of the questions you're going to answer is which challenge you're going to take. The first is to say no to smoking and vaping. The second is to choose water over sugary beverages, and the third is to commit to get 60 minutes of physical activity each day. I'm going to give you a minute to complete your registration. You are officially registered and will start receiving the daily challenge email message. Now, I want to share how you can send messages and spread awareness. Now that you're registered, reopen the American Heart Challenge app on your phone and log in. Be sure to save your login info by clicking Remember Me. On the bottom left, you'll see Send Messages. Pick one of the sample messages and expand it with the plus button to see the ways you can share it. In addition to text, you can also share through email and social media. I want you to choose the text icon on the far right and let's send 10 separate text messages. You can copy and paste to each person you send to in a new message. I'm going to give you a minute to send your 10 texts. Now I have some homework for you tonight. Have you ever been invited to someone's Facebook fundraiser, maybe for their birthday, where they ask you to donate to something they care about? Yeah, so we have that too. And it doesn't even have to be your birthday. If you or your parents have Facebook, this is a great way to reach a lot of people. In order to do it, you have to log into the website though, not the app, at heart.org/AHC, where you can create a Facebook fundraiser from your headquarters. You'll see this blue box about halfway down and just click to connect it. Awesome! I hope you're as excited as I am to start kicking cabin fever to the curb. Each day you'll get an email. When you take the physical activity challenge or make one of the heart healthy recipes, make sure to post your photos with the hashtag American Heart Challenge and Kick Cabin Fever, as well as your school hashtag so we can all celebrate together. Thank you so much for joining me today. You're making a huge difference in the fight against heart disease and stroke and helping kids like Laney. And I can't wait to see all those photos of you being happy and healthy at home. Have a heart-healthy day.